What is up, guys? This is Godzilla Suplex. Care to tell you before the video that this is an emergency video, last minute short notice, and that there will be another UFC related video right next to this one about the future of the heavyweight division. So if you haven't seen that one, go check it out. I do an extensive review of what could happen between Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier. Who will most likely be the next UFC champion. If you like my channel, subscribe, and y'all have a nice day and enjoy the episode. What is up, guys? Welcome to today's emergency episode where we will be talking about the freak accident that happened this weekend. Amazing stuff. But first, I want to tell you that since this is an emergency video, this will be one of two videos released today. If you have not checked out the next heavyweight champion video, go check that out. I went into extensive detail to say who's going to be the next champion, what's the fallout of each scenario. So if you haven't, go see that. So now let's get into what we're here for to talk about. Max Holloway versus Khabib. Now first, let's see how this match came about because it's crazy. Okay. Tony Ferguson enters his LCL, which is already amazing in itself. This fight has been tried to get booked 4 times, and each one had to pull out due to injuries. I mean, we were all praying that this was going to make it to the octagon, but let's give Dana credit. He didn't strip Conor because then we would have no champion. So let's give credit to Dana. But let me take a second to say they couldn't even get A. Alvarez out there. He said he was going to stay ready. But now that it's actually happened, I don't think he thought it was going to actually happen. Now he says he weighs too heavy to get down that way in just 6 days. I mean, all these guys said they were ready. But the only one that was ready, that's a dude that just had to pull out his fight for a broke leg. Just how ironic this whole situation is turning out. So, Tony gets injured only by tripping. I can't even say how shocked I am right now. Over cables. Tears his leg tripping on cables. This is the worst look I've probably ever seen in a sport. Like, just no joke. He's going to get stripped of the interim title. He's not going to even be a champion. Yeah, this terrible stuff. So now, let me get, and I don't usually do this. I'm going to go ahead and say my prediction for the fight right now. Khabib's going to stomp Holloway. I like Holloway. Great fighter. Massively improved since he lost to Conor McGregor, but he's going to get stomped. This is a suicide mission. There is no way that he can win this fight. I mean, let me just go down the reasons. First, even if Holloway did not take the fight on short notice, he would get just beat down by Khabib. Khabib's a monster. Holloway's kind of like a standard striker. You know, he's an overall balanced guy, but he fares better in the striking department. And we all know what Khabib does to strikers. Has massive super defense, pressures you a lot. Just keeps the pressure in defense and then just takes you down, just pummels you. It's a very vicious thing to watch. I mean, just look at what Barbosa had handed to him. Now, I consider Barbosa to be more dangerous than Holloway. Even though I've never seen him face to face, I just consider him a little bit more dangerous with his leg kicks. So now let's get to this more important second reason. Holloway just had to pull out his own fight because he was hurt. And I think a lot of people aren't thinking about it, that this dude was just hurt. He had to pull out his own fight with Frankie Edgar. And now he's trying to come back and fight for a second title. It's brave of him. But Khabib's going to know. And he's going to go after, I can't remember the exact leg. I think it was his leg. He had leg injury. Khabib's going to go after the leg. Expect him to switch up with leg kicks and try to break that leg again. It might have been a bruise. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to get ugly. And then let's get down to our third reason. Holloway's only had a week to train for the best fighter in all 3, lightweight, welterweight, anything from welterweight under, he's the best in. Undisputed. I mean, you got Tyron Woodley scared to fight him. And he's a weight class above him. He's the best from welterweight down, period. The scariest dude on earth. And now the featherweight champion is trying to come in on a week's notice to fight the best lightweight on the planet. I love Conor, I love Tony, but they are not Khabib on that level. And Holloway isn't on Conor McGregor's level to me. I mean, sure, he's improved, but he's not even better than Conor. He could easily be, not easily, but he could be beaten by Tony. He's like the fourth guy out of this situation. He's like the last resort. Now, you know, I just want to take a second. A week. I mean, I'm sure he's been training lightly, but a week to fight. I mean, you can't even get your body, because a full training camp, you have to go through takedown training, because he has extreme takedowns. Yeah. And then more importantly, Khabib's had full training camp for the second toughest guy in that division, Tony Ferguson. And he knew he was going to scramble. And plus for Khabib, this is kind of good. Not only is the guy not as good as Tony, but the dude has not properly trained to fight him. And plus, Khabib doesn't have to change up his strategy that much, since Tony and Holloway are kind of similar. Only Holloway relies more on his stand-up. And that's crazy. Khabib's had full training camp. Has to only switch up a little bit, and he's got him. And my prediction, it's going to get brutal, people. It's going to be a second-round knockout, if not first round. I'm saying second round. He's going to beat him in the first round. He won't survive the second round. He doesn't have a full training camp. He basically knows what's going to happen. I mean, he's going there all optimistic, but he knows what's going to happen. He's doing it to get the paycheck and save the UFC and save the pay-per-view. And Khabib is going to be the champion, people. The real question is, who is he going to fight first as his title defense? Portier or Gaeth, if I'm saying his name right. Is Conor going to come back to fight for the title? I mean, I know I'm putting Holloway as an afterthought, but best fighter versus a fighter that just hurt his leg and now is coming on a 1 week notice to fight him, and he's a striker. It can't get no dimmer than that. So let's just say, what would be the ideal situation? Now we're talking fantasy. That Holloway could win. Holloway scrambles, catches Khabib, and gets a decision. I don't think he can knock out Khabib. He can't do that. Khabib's defense is too good. You know, but another thing that could happen is Khabib could have a terrible weight cut. But even with the terrible weight cut, I think he could still beat Holloway. Yeah, I think he can still beat Holloway with the weight cut. So if you're Max Holloway, you go in and you try to avoid the takedowns, which is virtually impossible. Scramble, do what Tony Ferguson did, scramble. Try to tire Khabib out and win the last 2 rounds or 3 rounds on boxing, striking. That's the only thing you can do in this particular situation. But guys, thank you for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Go check out my other video that posted today. Who's going to be the next heavyweight champion. And I will see you later, guys. And this is Godzilla Suplex signing out.